Seoul to Rio de Janeiro, from small bedrooms to massive arenas. From your very first game to your biggest victories. This is our world, our digital city. Millions play, millions watch. A global movement shaped by players, driven by passion, powered by its culture and community.
I am Arminas, head of Reloader. We love gaming, we live esports. Welcome to our venture.
We're Team Reloader. Our mission is simple. Give players what they've always deserved: rewards, respect, and recognition. This isn't just about features, it's about the culture we live and the community we build. Play more. Chase goals. Build your legacy.
Lock, load, and reload. It's Reloader. Things are just starting.
Gaming is massive. Esports is global. From Seoul to Rio de Janeiro, from small bedrooms to massive arenas. From your very first game to your biggest victories. This is our world, our digital city. Millions play, millions watch. A global movement shaped by players, driven by passion, powered by its culture and community.
I am Arminas, head of Reloader. We love gaming, we live esports. Welcome to our venture.
We're Team Reloader. Our mission is simple. Give players what they've always deserved: rewards, respect, and recognition. This isn't just about features, it's about the culture we live and the community we build. Play more. Chase goals. Build your legacy.
Lock, load, and reload. It's Reloader. Things are just starting.
There we have it. Breakpoint Series Qualifier number 1 was indeed a banger, and you are definitely going to be, for sure, not going to be disappointed in Series number 2. Welcome back to the Ascend Breakpoint Series Qualifier number 2. This time, my name is Dixie K, and with me today is the one, the only Rockmine Law. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a nice Melbourne, 11:30 at night. I'm ready for some Valorant.
Well, indeed, we've already had a couple bangers back in Series 1, and definitely it was the hypest that we could have gotten in such a qualifying series. And I'm very excited on what we're going to be having today. But before we get to know our players and get to know our teams that we're going to be having today, we'll just have a look on what we have in store in terms of formats. And it might be just similar to what we've had before. We did have the first qualifier back in October, and same format as well for November, and same prize pool as well.
And then we'll be having in December our Breakpoint Last Stand, which would, that's our last chance to qualify for the big Breakpoint Championship with 150,000 rupees on the line. There'll be 8 teams in total from that. 2 teams from the Qualifier 1, which you will already know, and 2 teams from Qualifier 2, which will be decided this weekend. And then 4 teams from the Breakpoint Last Stand.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just going to be huge preparation time for the 2 qualifying players, like the 2 qualifying teams as well. For Qualifier 1 and 2, they get to go into December and see who are the 4 teams that they're possibly going to be facing on for the last stand and coming into the Breakpoint Championship as well. Your top 8 teams is going to be very juicy, but right now we are going to be having a one hell of a matchup for both teams in Dieversity Esports and DUPG, and some I believe we have some really good insiders as well for the Breakpoint qualifier for this particular round, like especially in in a very interesting player called Envy.
Yeah, he's a player for Dieversity Esports, right? I believe he used to play for DUPG, so he's going to be playing against his old teammates. And remember, it's best of 3 format, but it's single elimination. So whoever wins here is completely knocked out of the running for getting into the Breakpoint Championship. So it's going to be an emotional match. And Dieversity Esports, man, they've been running it through the entire tournament so far. They got a 13-2 win over Team Red, and then another 13-7 win, and then round 16 they got another 13-1 win. Like, it's crazy the round differentials that they're setting, and hopefully this will be a good match.
Yeah, and it's a really huge one for today as well, because you are playing against your old teammates in DUPG, so you pretty much have their like mentals in check. You kind of have the strats on lock as well. But without any further ado, we're gonna be heading in towards our map vetoes right now, and I believe we're gonna have a very interesting line of maps coming in through with our first ban going in towards bind and split. Map 3 is definitely going to be a Haven pick, and a DUPG picking attack for that one, followed by Corrode.
Yeah, Corrode's interesting. It's very strange. It's a very funny map. You can play it a number of different ways and have it still be viable. Abyss as well. One of the they're not your Ascents,
It's definitely not Ascent as well, but in terms of OG maps, we do have
Haven.
I guess in particular we have Haven, which is going to be really huge, as the pretty much like the first launched map since release, followed by 2 new maps in Corrode, and if it does go towards a decider, we're going to be having another new map, or well, I guess like new in my eyes at least. I believe it's been years already. In Abyss, and I believe Dieversity Esports will be picking defense on that one. Should it go through the distance, Dieversity Esports will be going on attack on Corrode this time, and I believe it will be on a defense for Haven as well for Dieversity Esports. A lot of eyes going in towards this particular team, but we'll have to see if DUPG snuff those lights out in Dieversity Esports.
Yeah, and I believe we'll be heading into an agent veto, or agent select. So we'll see what the team comes on. Expecting should be pretty stock standard. Yeah, pretty interesting. We got the Waylay Yoru from DUPG. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, Dieversity Esports staying true to the classic double initiator with the neon. Envy hoping to run through their old teammates.
It's an interesting spot for Dieversity Esports here. They're going after the double initiator route, which I think is pretty tricky to pull off after the agent nerfs. But if it ain't broken for you, why do you have to fix it anyway, right? But it's gonna have to come down to the executes that they're gonna be pulling off. Meanwhile, DUPG has a lot of room to grow room to cover in regards to just pushing up the lanes and just taking a lot of space. From what I can tell, you do have Panda and Flame opting in for the Omen, which is like a very solid controller to begin with. Academon and Disease, however, would just be like this differential sentinels for this run in Haven as well. So my eyes are in those agents as well. But without any further ado, we're just going to be getting in towards the game. This is going to be Dieversity Esports versus DUPG in map number 1. And here we go. We're in Haven. Pistol round's about to come soon.
Yeah, I'm expecting they should be pretty aggressive, hopefully DUPG, on the pistol, because they do have, pretty tricky comp. That Waylay with the double dash and the TP always gets me, man. It always... they double dash in and you flick and then their teammates just run it through you. It's real annoying.
Well, Dart's going to be coming good through towards A side. No one's going to be tagged just yet, but a lot of space coming in towards a mid side already. Love the final boss. Takes down Academon with a good headshot on towards the Classic and diverts straight away towards C side. Defensive side going to be running a huge, well, a disadvantage, however, making it a 3v4 now as one tap God gets Max in at the end. Meanwhile, Panda taking out the Yoru and a Killjoy taking out their scopes for that trade as well. 2v2 coming in, and that is going to be one on towards Logs. And that is going to be the two-man securing the pistol. 1 point going towards DUPG.
Yeah, real nice idea from DUPG. They're getting the garage control and going into C. Pretty okay for a pistol round strat, but I think, I don't know, the Dieversity Esports, they just look ready for it, man. They were very reactive, which is something, I think that's something exciting that we're going to see from this team a lot.
Well, going towards the eco round number 2. We'll have to see if DUPG runs with the upgraded guns that they managed to carry. A lot of an outlaw scoping out towards C-side. Academon will be the first one in contact should everything come through. Execution coming in. Academon below half HP will be the first casualty. A star being a really good space taker for this site. Straight away, attacking team already going in with the man advantage towards this post plant.
Yeah, they got the guns as well.
Interesting spot here towards Max. It's just really just peeking in towards a Bucky. Meanwhile, Garage is currently being taken up by NV2K, and A Star finds one onto the headshot on Neon. Might be pump up action going in for Max. They do know the locations of the rest of the squad. Will it come through? And that is going to be Panda taking down Max as well, but a little bit too late as that spike is already gone towards the explosion. Round 2 going towards the side of DUPG once again. One step closer.
Yeah, DPG, that was a pretty solid round. They didn't lose too many guns, and the gun that they lost was a Bucky, so who cares, really? You know, but Waylay, you know, Waylay does this team. They really do love their shotguns. They got the Yoru and the Waylay. Both of these agents are completely fine with just taking a shorty and then just dashing in and then maybe getting a kill. So I'm expecting to see a good amount of shotguns. Same with Neon as well on the side of Dieversity Esports. So.
Can't really blame them if you are running a double duelist comp as well, and that you manage to just go WK and take a lot of space. Flash coming in through towards the A long side, but no one's brave enough to peek just yet in the defensive side. Well, it's just a bit of a crawl towards an insert for Max here. Dashing towards, and that is going to be the punish by NV2K. Max gonna be the first casualty for a change for the side of DUPG. Meanwhile, it's a bit of a scramble to a new particular site. Detected will be final boss and D1 Rollins. Disadvantage here for the attacker side this time. 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Ooh, Silva, love final boss will be the first casualty as they enter the outskirts of Garage. Be facing the music here. Spike is very much out there for the team. There. But meanwhile, look at Flame. Look at A-Star. Ooh, if they decided to push that smoke, they might be able to get a good spot. A-Star finding a good shot there on towards Panda. 12 seconds remaining. It is going to be the attacker's push. Finding one, finding a couple, and that's Academon taking both execution squads. Finally, Dieversity Esports getting around on their side, making it a 1-2.
Not a bad round either. They got that really early kill by Envy, you know, getting a kill on his old teammates there. Probably knew how they play. You gotta remember, knowing, playing against an old team, you know all of their strats. You know at least a good chunk of their strats and how they like to play situations. Envy here, knowing how to play against his former team will probably be a big chunk of why Diversity will be. A big chunk of why Diversity will have a good solid advantage against DUPG.
Panda gonna be detected by that recon darted towards C side. But no commitment just yet for the attacking team.
Who's next?
Just a yet dimensional rift. Coming in towards A long might be a huge spot to catch out Rio. Will it work? Will it not? Just dodges away. Might be a push towards C site now, and that is going to be the W key. Going towards long. That's D1 Rollins all as well, taking up garage space. Really huge one there by Envy. Onto Bad Love, and just like that, it is going to be A-Star, who's not going to be getting an ace this time. Diversity Esports ties it up 2-2.
Yeah, you know what? Even though DPG lost that round, I love the idea, right? Yoru ult onto A, and then fake it into C. But I just wish that they had a little bit more C control, just like somebody down long maybe, just so they could start the C push earlier. Because you could see by the time they got onto site, the Cypher had already, held things down. He's got the cage down, and he's alive at logs, so he was really able to delay the push enough for players like Envy to come in and get the flood retake.
Yeah, it's a bit of an insert that you actually have to pull off before C-side if you're going to do a fake like that, but nothing seems to just be working well in terms of how do you want to insert the Killjoy in that particular round for DUPG. But I say that, and they just take a lot of space on towards garage this time. They're going to be taking a lot of damage towards the aftershock. They're going to have to play a bit of a dodgeball scenario there. Care of one tap god, but everything just falls apart as Rio gets a good shot onto D1 Rollins, and down the double kill as well. That's the triple coming through, and now it's just going to be A-Star once again. The lone duelist gonna have to do a really huge flank scenario here, but it's gonna be a tricky one to just retrieve the spike when every single person in the Diversity Esports squad just guarding it with their life.
Yeah, Panda really does love that spot, doesn't he? And for good reason. That
30
bit
seconds
of a
left.
platform is a really solid spot to spot people coming out of garage, because a lot of times they're not going to be directly looking at you. Ooh. That being said, Rio getting the kill onto A-Star, closes out the round. But yeah, really good stuff by Diversity so far. Really showcasing their knowledge of the map and their knowledge of, frankly, the team on the opposite side of the map. Because their flood retakes right now have been immaculate, and DUPG, they're not looking like they have a really good idea of what to do against those types of flood retakes. So I'd like to see a little bit more of a slower round, bit more insertion. They had their way up into garage there, and I want them to just take it a little bit more slower. That being said,
MVP2K gets a headshot on the Del Max in there with one tap god, with D1 Rollins taking out Panda as well. It is straight a 4v2 this time. Two tricky post plank coming in through, but we'll have to see if Rio manages to take it all down, but that will not be the case at all. It's going to be down to Academia. Will they find it? No, Max in there for the kill of this time, tying it all up again. DUPG 3-3.
Yeah, of course when I say they should take it more slowly, they do the 5-man rush down the side and win with 4 players remaining, right? Oh. But yeah, like sometimes tempo changes like that is really all you need, If players feel like they're taking it too slow, just do the opposite, If something's not working, do the opposite. Sometimes it works out, you never know.
Well, they did manage to break the 3-round win streak that the Diversity Esports currently had. In terms of ultimates as well, Overdrive's now available for NV2K. It might be a huge push. We'll have to see if it works now. NV2K does get one on towards Max. It's a really solid spot, but Academia might be in a matchup with D1 Rollins here as Panda. Let's take a star with an operator. 5v3 now. Might be a potential flawless here if it goes well for Dieversity Esports. We'll have to see if Caster Curse works that way, but we'll have to just wait and see just yet. 1 minute remaining on the clock, however. Oh. Spike is currently being teetered towards A side, but it is going to be tricky with a two-man disadvantage from DUPG. Rio finding Flame. Wall bang headshot coming in. Clutch and coming in Rio. Bad Love goes in for the peek. One tap God. Safely dodges away. Coming in through for Heaven. No commitment on the plant just yet. There's just no time left. But once the spike is now down,
30 seconds left.
it is
Spike
going
down
to be
A.
lights out for this attacker team. D1 Rollins does get one onto NV2K. Flawless. Not going to be given out for Dieversity Esports just yet. But just like before, for these rounds, it's just
10 seconds
Spike
left.
just being putting out in the open, and just like that, Dieversity Esports gets theirs. But again, the DUPG kind of is showing some, I don't know, allergicness to just planting the spike.
Yeah, it was pretty tough to plant the spike there in that situation, though, because, you know, as soon as Bad Love taps the spike, all manner of utility is just going to get dumped onto it. So, you know, but yeah, I can see what you're saying. DPG, they're struggling to just plant the spike and even get on site because Dieversity Esports, they're flood retakes, man. They're clean. What can I say? They're so quick with it, and that's definitely because of Envy on that Neon. I don't want to harp on about him too much, but he's so aware of, well, as I say that, he does the A-star, but you know, usually he's really aware of where players are going to be, and he's usually on the site first.
One tap God does get a double kill there. 3v3 now. 1 minute 20. Max finding Academia and Rio going in for the trade. 2v2 now. Yoru versus Sova with the other Sova and the Omen as well. A site is going to be the battlefield. Rio finding Bad Love as well. Short coming through. A star going to be tagged down to 79 HP. Spike coming in, and that's a star going down to Panda's operator. 5-3. Going to the lead of Dieversity Esports.
Man, you don't flank with an operator unless you know you're good with it, man. Props to Panda. I would never do that in that situation.
I did not realize that he was flanking with an operator.
2v2 round on the line, and he flanks with an operator. This guy's got, you know, he's balls of steel.
Yeah, the cojones though. It does reflect on the KDA. 8-3-2 at the moment, with credits reaching the 5K mark. You gotta give it to Dieversity Esports. I say that, and Flame gets a double kill. Headshot with a stinger out of all guns. Merlin be clapping right now, probably because it's the buy up we win scenario. Bad Love takes down Rio though, and that is going to be down to Academia once again. Oh, finally a plant coming through for DUPG. Oh, it feels like a very long time, but it's now going to be down to the Cypher. 4 and 6, and that's going to be 4 and 7 as Mac takes him down on a headshot. DUPG makes him 5-4.
Yeah, that Stinger's an $1,100 gun, by the way. Killed 2 people. But yeah, that's what I want to see. I want DPG to make things scrappy, do things, you know. Dieversity Esports is such a refined team. The only way to really mess with them is to get things scrappy, get things down to, you know, if you give them time to breathe, they're gonna collect themselves and they're gonna win the round. So, DPG, yeah, going in for another one of these 5-man side hits.
They're gonna be up against an Omen care of NV2K, but we'll have to see if that's the punish there from DUPG. But right now, A-Star 10 and 6, 8 and 4 on towards Panda for Dieversity Esports, and here comes the barrage. NV2K does take out Max, but that's gonna be the trade coming through, and Rio just steps into the molly and just fires their shot. A-Star coming in for the trade, making it a 3v3. However, it is a battlefield right now for this A side as one tap God finds A-Star, but nothing
trapped
to
in there.
follow up for the trade just yet.
One enemy
Comes the
remaining.
flank one more time. Academia finds one and finds the other onto Bad Love. 6-4. Diversity Esports in the lead.
Yeah, DUPG slowly falling behind. I have to say they are doing better than some of the previous teams that fought them. They're not, they're not losing 13-1 right now, so they're already doing much better.
One
than
enemy remaining.
Yeah, we're starting to see. You can see that DUPG. I feel like they're a little bit nervous, no? Playing against their old teammate. I feel like they want to make sure that they win. As funny as it is to say, they don't. They want to say, because if they lose it, they know that Envy's done better without him. They need to. It's a show of pride in ego.
Yeah, might be one, but ego will be bruised as one tap God and Flame will not be playing this round. Huge spots though for D1 Rollin and Max. Both of them have the ultimates. Panda blindly shot an operator, not gonna be fruitful though. Shots being traded towards mid side once again, but will one come through? That's one for Panda. Once again, 9-4-2 now with this operator kill. But D1 Rollins finds Rio in the end. Academon finding Max as well. But NV2K does have eyes on the spike. And when you have eyes on it, you just guard it with your life. But that's going to get picked up though by A-Star. But D1 Rollins going to be getting a headshot from Academon as well. Barrage coming through. It's a 1v1 and Academon wins it. That's a triple kill for this team. And now...
Dance for us, Academon. Oh. Did you know you can do that? I didn't know you could do that. I picked up that skin and they told me to dance. I was not dancing.
It's funny now that we can actually get like emotes now, care of skins too. It's just amazing. The game's really evolving now.
Yeah, I want more. Some people, I've seen some people, man. People get mad at anything, man. People are mad that they're adding emotes to the game. I think it's hilarious. Put like the Fortnite dance in this, man.
I guess it might be the FPS purists or whatever you do. You rarely see any emotes. What I'm looking forward to is possibly maybe one day we get some finishers, like care of like the actual agents doing finishers. But enough of that. Panda. Oh, that's a double kill with the operator. And V2K gonna be getting down though. Care of a sure kill, but I feel like this is like such a familiar scene. It's just always like the spike just out there in the open, in bear. And that's a trip, just a quadrant there for Panda. And not gonna be going for the ace. D1 Rollins shuts it all down. It's still a 3v1 though. Huge, and that is gonna be Rio taking the shot as well onto D1 Rollins with a very interesting flag there
sides
by Academon. But right now, switching sides. We're going in for an 8-4 lead here by Dieversity Esports. It feels like the strats are coming through for this team, and it feels like DUPG looking worse for wear here.
Yeah, you can tell that Omen operator is definitely like a rehearsed sort of strategy. The power of the Omen on operators, first of all, he gets the TP, which is crazy. We saw it get used in Garage, I believe, 2 rounds before, where he could play that really weird off angle behind the box and then just TP out and be safe and then just hold the angle once again. And having your Omen on the operator and leaving your Neon free also means that your Neon is just free to rotate, and whenever she wants, the Neon never has to worry about retaking. And
doing a thing.
Nice shot there from Envy.
Envy gonna get the first kill of this half. On towards Bad Liv.
Go.
It looks like they not only they do have strats for the defense, and it looks like the offense has some good
some nice shots.
Yeah, nice shots in there so far. Get some good intel in there, but might have to speed it up with 1 minute remaining on the clock. However, it's going to be an execute towards C side by the looks of things.
It's empty.
Yeah, might be one, but not gonna be one for long. D1 Rollins in there as well. That's the smoke coming through. Aftershock and a drone coming in as well. D1 Rollins just wisely just backs away. Plant's not coming through just yet, but it's gonna be a
Spike
4-man
planted.
post plant here for the side of DUPG. Have to see if this one comes to fruition for them. 2 towards spawn side, make it 3. 1 gonna be on garage side. Rio taking down Max. That's a headshot. 1 for
player
Academia, 4
standing.
Flame as well. Double kill onto D1 Rollins. And now it's just gonna be A-Star. Finding 1, fighting 2, and that is not gonna be enough. As Rio taking them down finally for that kill.
Last
4
player
now
standing.
for the side of Dieversity Esports.
Last player standing.
If push comes to shove here, might be one for the eco rounds as well, but might be too early to say.
I wouldn't be too surprised if they try to force here, because, you know, lose this round, it'll be 10-10, I believe. Yeah, we lose this round, it'll be, you know, it's 10-4, and you only got 3 rounds to of give there. And, you know, while it's still possible, it's looking dire once you're at 10-4. So hopefully DUPG can plot a little bit of a miracle here. But I think we are seeing, I think Panda is a player that we have to shout out here, because he's been so creative with his TPs. Every time he's getting onto site, he's TPing onto some high place, and DUPG, they're just never ready for it. They're always just trying to, you know, they're just trying to retake the site like normal. But Panda's there, you know, up on top of the bar.
Yeah, it's just a rat behavior, really. It's you gotta give it to him though. It's very unorthodox with how he does play Omen. You do have to play with verticality here in this game, and Omen is very masterful and as an agent in regards to that.
I need this.
A huge. We are going in towards a tech pause at the moment, but again. For DUPG, it's really recommended to actually just go for a really like a timeout here. It looks like most of these rounds that they won are just down to the gunfights, but in the end, you still have to get some good reads going. And right now, it's just not coming to fruition for them for DUPG, and I think they have to switch things up drastically because they do have. Let's just say a double agent on the enemy team in the form of NV2K. That might be the case, but right now, past teammate is like free intel as well. If you still put it that way.
Yeah, he's shared the Valorant images with him.
Oh yeah,
for sure. I'll probably never know how, you know, pro players how their team stuff works, because, you know, I'm Ascended 1, man. I'm not that great at the game. But you gotta, when players at that level, when they keep trading teams, those coaches, they gotta be fresh with the strats, because otherwise, you know, player can come out, just, hey, look guys, I got the link to the doc right here, you guys can I'll send you the link to the document, you know what I mean? So you gotta give praise to the coaches, to any team that competes, for always just making up creative strats and keeping the game fresh.
Yeah, it definitely is gonna be down to how the rest of DUPG plays it out, right? And yes, it is going to be tricky that yes, you have a past teammate who knows how like your 4-man plays, but again, I do believe that once a roster change actually it does happen, you do have to play with the parts that you're dealt with as well. Again, might be the case for DUPG or might be not. But A-Star currently 14-10, bit of a struggle, but still getting the kills that they need. But for the rest of the squad, for especially Flame, who's currently, I guess, like supporting cast with Bad Love as well. It's going to be, they need like something, like they need a push or anything, because at the moment, Bad Love, for most of these rounds, I'm already seeing them just carrying the spike and then they get killed and it's just there for the time they killed them. I think it's just down to how they just execute it. And I don't know, because how I would play Haven would most likely, if I'm gonna go cross and towards short, I'm gonna make sure that like vision blockers are around before we start crossing, right?
Yeah.
But we rarely see this for DUPG currently, so it's gonna be down to how they want to play this out. But round number, I can't count at the moment, so but it's currently beginning of the round right now. 9-4 is the score.
Round 14.
Yeah, round 14. Thank you. Axe gonna be the first contact here. Does find the right click. Bad Love gonna be going down to the side of NV2K. Rio taking down Max as well. 4v3. That's the scenario DUPG is currently in at the moment. Drones clearing the site towards A, but they do not know where A star currently is at the moment. Just starting to hide out, but no commitment and towards A side just yet. Rotating the spike towards A side again, and that's Panda taking down D1 Rollins straight away from B, and that's a huge one. Warzone going in towards B side. Who's gonna win it all? Will it be A star or will it be Panda? Ags coming in through. Oh, what a shot there by A star, but that's the plant coming in straight away from the side of Dieversity Esports. Gonna be down to Academe and Rio and Envy. But how do you want to play this post plant? It is a 2v3. Hard, but not impossible, definitely. A star gonna tag like just below half HP. Starting to clear boxes and garage. But huge one there on towards the flame by Rio. 2v2 this time, but time is ticking towards that spot. They do not have that much time remaining. Academe being the demon that they need, and that Bulldog. Double headshots there, and Dieversity Esports stay away from taking map 1.
Yeah, that was looking really scary for Dieversity Esports because they lost the Outlaw and, you know, Envy. I know that Envy was below that 140 health threshold. Not too sure about Active, but if he had the Bulldog, I'd also assume that he'd either be around light shield level. So it could have been really scary there, but luckily Active was really aware and managed to get that garage flank on the both of them. So really well played.
A-Star finding an opening kill towards Panda. That's the whole stack towards Long at the moment. Academe still finding a lot of cover towards the flank side. Will it work? Will it not? Because everything's pointing in towards a C-side execute. D1 Rollins might be the one to face the music here, but trying to have something. But Academe gonna be facing a Bucky. Well, that's a judge to the body. Care of Waylay. Finally, DUPG finding the kill they need. Bad Love. Triple kill there! And that is going to be a one round that they need for DUPG. Flawless.
You wouldn't even have known this guy was 2-11 before he got those 3 kills, man. That was clean. But yeah, DUPG, look, they got signs of life in him. They're not dead yet. So
attacker spawn.
They're kicking. So hopefully we'll see a bit more.
Attacker spawn.
One enemy remaining. That's what they're really missing right now is their ability to decide on some certain as a team.
I'm out of here.
Decide together on certain decisions. So
Towards C-side. Garage is gonna be cleared. Double kill for D1 Rollins. 3v5 once again. That's coming through. Very hungry with it. It gets a classic shot. With the assist of Flame and Max. Rio finds a star. 16 HP. What is it going to be? One and towards Max, and Flame goes in for that swing. Another headshot towards Rio. It's a blink and we miss it type scenario, but right now 10-6. Huge.
Perfect read by DUPG there. They ran. Dieversity ended up running into 3 players, the Yoru, KJ, and the Sova, all together in Gary. So very well read by DUPG, and you know, Dieversity, they're gonna have to try again, albeit with better guns this time. So the chances are looking a little bit better for them, but you know, they lose this round, they're on some hard times.
Yeah, looking at the credit count here, it's very, I guess, like, not really like appalling, but like it's
looking scary.
yeah, it's looking scary for them, because we've been seeing this round for quite a while where they're actually already leading in towards eco round ever since like the first half too. But I guess DUPG really knows how to crank it up on the side switch. Hunter Fury coming through towards the side. And that is one coming in as well. Both Hunter Fury is being used here. Max!
Strike down, C.
On a huge shot there for Tap God. Act Demon goes in for the trade 4v4. 59 seconds remaining on the clock. Seaside is the battlefield. It's a war zone right now.
Spike planted.
And Plant coming in through. Post-plant scenario time. Flame finds one. And for the trade. Panda gets a star. 3v1. That's going to be down. Bad love. Where are they coming through? Envy finds it and finds the shot as well. 2 away from taking map 1. Dieversity Esports running with it.
Envy was doing the emote. I had to shout that out. We didn't see it, but he was doing it. But yeah, I mean, back to the game. Dieversity are looking really solid. They got the money, they got the guns now. It's not hard times. And DUPG, they gotta win. They're now they're now the ones on Centrelink, so they gotta be trying to, you know, win out around here. Maybe they're getting aggressive towards short.
Ooh.
A
lot of space being taken by a DUPG at the moment, but not much space being taken towards B side, which is actually pretty crucial. Right now, it is
Bomb grenade out.
kind of feeling a little spicy here. Adlove fights Panda, who has been just killing it all game, but that's a huge loss there for the side of Dieversity Esports. I say that. Rio finds D1 Rollins as well. 4v4 now. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Spike is currently taking real estate towards the side. Demon finds 2. Max on the trade, but is it a little too late? 22 in this post plan, and Max going to falter at 4-2K Envy. Envy down to Flame. Finds one, finds the other, but not the headshot. Rio taking it all down, and that is going to be match point for Dieversity Esports.
Yeah, gotta shout out Envy's info gathering there. He was shoulder peeking and jump peeking so many different angles, gathering so much information, making players reveal themselves by shooting a pretty much impossible shot. Man, this guy is doing so good. Although, you know, he's not doing that good on the scoreboard. He's just, you know, got a KD of 1 and 12 and 12. But he's been leading the charge and getting those spots for his team, and you know, the other players on his team can really shine because of him.
Ooh, Bad Love does find that demon. That's the lurk gone now. Max finds the head, but not the shot. And B, it's gonna be a duelist for duelist round here. Wing, is it gonna come to fruition? Does find one onto Flame. Oh, the tap's coming in, but triple kill now. Ooh, Panda punishes it all. MV2K overdrive scenario activated. Does have to take the spike with him with 20 HP.
Almost out.
Already out now. But 58 seconds remaining on the clock. It is going to be a rat race here. Where is Envy going to plant? Is it going to be towards Seaside? Alarm bot is currently there. That's the reveal.
Oh.
D1 Rollins. You're now going to be down to them. Line coming through. Space towards log. That's logs clear. Is it spawn coming in? And that is the headshot on towards Envy. Ooh, huge one there for DUPG. the round that they needed to win.
Yeah, really smart by D1 Rollins there. Walking back towards spawn, getting that trip on garage active, because usually in those situations you do see players go towards garage or go towards C long, just, you know, run away from the site. Probably would have been a good idea to you know, just cut noise for a little bit and see what happens. But, you know, I'm speaking from a spectator's perspective. I probably would have done the same thing as Envy. So a little bit unlucky, but that's, you know, there's still a match point here. It's still looking a little bit lost for DUPG unless they can manage to pull off a miracle comeback.
Ooh. Power of hindsight. Things coming through towards C long once again, but no damage towards the HP bars just yet. Ultimates galore. Left, right, and center executes coming in towards C side, trying to clear it all out, but no one's being affected just yet. Flame going down, Envy going down as well. 4v4. Hunter's mark. Trying to find one. It's Tap God gonna die to it.
Kind of TP'd into the Hunter's Fury.
I must wait a moment.
It's just pressing the AD keys in the wrong scenario could be a huge shot. A huge chance to either just hit or miss with the Hunter's Fury. Max taking it all with a headshot, with a classic out of all guns as well. But a really huge stall here by Rio, finding a star. D1 Rollins finding Panda as well. Now gonna be down to Max. Hunter's Fury starting to drill. D1 Rollins pushes it up.
There's no time!
But the time is done for. Dieversity
Attackers win.
Esports takes map 1. Huge stall there by Rio, coming to fruition, and it is not going to be DUPG's day. They're gonna have another chance for map 2. But is it going to be
One enemy remaining.
or is the reads coming in clutch here for NBCK to just know what the 4 squad of their former teammates are doing?
Man, that was a 2v4, man. That last round, that was I was biting my nails there. I couldn't really hear the bomb over over the casting and everything. So it was real tense for me. And you know that's over the Hunter's Fury was so smart as well. I would have probably done one shot and then gotten scared because the Killjoy's running at me, and I would have just tried to win the 50-50 against the Killjoy. But big props to Rio sticking out the Hunter's Fury. And he's also done pretty well in terms of kills. We're again going 17, 12, and 8. He's done not bad for a Sova. But yeah, big shout out towards Dieversity Esports there. They looked like they just had full control of the map. I like a lot of the rounds that DUPG won, it felt like flukes, whereas Dieversity Esports really, when they won, it felt like they mean like it.
Yeah, it's always just going to be down to how they play it all out. I did mention A-Star before, who is going to be the very crucial member of this DUPG squad, but I think that just the rest of them just need to step up in some sort of way that can aid A-Star into getting more frags or more space. Because right now, 18 and 16 is a very decent scoreline, but it's not going to be cutting it in regards to the teamwork aspect of things. Does get the MVP for this match with 253 ACS, but again, it's going to be Envy being a menace with those 5 first bloods that they have. 14-14, bit even on the KDA right now, but again, if you are Dieversity Esports, you do have a huge shot and being able to get a good breather, because right next one is going to be Corrode. But again, who else are the standouts for this match for you, Rob?
We'll have the stats up in a second as well, so we can let the audience decide for themselves, not just have us yapping over them. But I gotta say, Panda with his TPs, his operator, that unique operator playstyle, you don't get to see omens who play like Panda. He's it's a really rare breed of controller who chooses to play like a duelist, as funny as it is to say. But if you play it right, you can really be a strong member of the team and even get top frags like he does, and be an omen who drops 17 kills in a game. But speaking of, we will we're going to head to a break first, and then we'll be coming back with the stats for you guys, and then we'll be going into Corrode.
Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. Here we go.
Neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here. Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Okay, then
This way. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One down. Last player standing. Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. Here we go.
neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here. Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch. Last player standing. remaining.
Okay, then
This way. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One down. Last player standing. Coming through. Gotta go. Shocking. Here we go.
neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike
that.
down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here. Spike down. Attacker spawn. One
Not ready.
enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Okay, then
This way. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One down. Last player standing. Coming through. Gotta go. Shocking. Here we go.
neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike
that.
down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here. Spike down. Attacker spawn. One
Not ready.
enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
enemy remaining.
Okay, then
This way. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One down. Last player standing. Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. Here we go.
neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here. Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Okay, then
This way. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One down. Last player standing. Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. Here we go.
neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here. Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
enemy remaining. Clutch. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Okay,
This way. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One down. Last player standing. Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. There we go.
neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter.
One enemy remaining. Clutch. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Okay, then
This way. Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One down. Last player standing. Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. There we go.
neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Too slow. Gun here.
Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless. One enemy remaining. Spike down. C. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch. Last player standing.
Welcome back again to the Ascend Breakpoint Series number 2. It's the second qualifier at the moment. Haven just finished, and we are heading straight to the leaderboard at the moment. Well, we didn't get much, a lot to say and towards the leaderboards at the moment, but I'm gonna give a shout out as well to,
Oh, there it is.
yeah, with Act Demon in particular, and the way they managed to just close out rounds and after the stall, right? Also, I forgot to like introduce as like back again. My name is DXK, and with me is Rock Mine Law.
Hello.
Right now is currently going to be just the stat lines for that Haven game that we just finished. What are your thoughts here, Rock?
Pretty good spread. I'd say Diversity, they got pretty even, average combat score, which is always good to see in a team. That's generally what, I think of it as, if you've got in a team, if you've got pretty similar combat scores, you're kind of winning together and losing together, which is really what you want to see. And also we'll be seeing who our MVP of the match is. I already have a pretty good idea of who it is, but let's see who our production say it is. And
It's nobody. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's me.
It's me. No, it's none other than.
There you go, A-star. Yeah.
A-star, definitely the bright and shining light of the DUPG as well. Unfortunate for them that they were not able to just like close it out, but I guess it was always just like I said before, it's just down to the supporting cast on how you would want to like play it out. So be able to elevate your duelists, but still, it's very impressive to see that no matter what happened, you still manage to just like clutch it out. I guess it's like in my rankings, it's just the versions of it's just the version of I'm not the problem.
Yeah.
A-star, definitely the shining light for DUPG. Massive congratulations for map 1. But
we're map 2.
Yeah, we're going to be going towards map 2. We'll have to see if A-star is going to be showing their faces once again for this map, and hopefully bring it to a game 3 for team DUPG if they want their qualification dreams alive. But right now, it's going to be heading in towards just
Corrode.
a bit of an insight of what Corrode currently is, right?
Mm.
Because new map, a lot of corners, a lot of ways to be punished as well. But as I would compare it to any maps and that we've had in the rotation so far, it's pretty much just a very stretched out split, a very huge emphasis on towards the mid side on how it's connected towards the extremities as well. If you're not opting to go in for the execute head on straight away towards sites. So again, it's gonna be tricky if they're gonna be going in for Corrode. Gonna be heading in towards Agent Select now, and it looks like it's almost a
Viper.
matchup.
Yeah, Dieversity Esports should be happy. This is their map pick, so they should have, practice this out. And we can see that they're taking a page from the book of DUPG. They're using their Waylay Yoru that, DUPG will run it on Haven, but Diversity, I think this should work better on Corrode because there's a bit more verticality, especially in on the B side. So
Yes.
should be a little bit more easier for Waylay to gain space, and same with the Yoru because there's, like you said, a lot more corners as well. So looking like a pretty good comp. DUPG though with the Viper, that's interesting. I haven't really seen a lot of Viper on Corrode before, so I'm interested to see how they end up playing this out. But I'm guessing they'll be playing a little bit, more slower. But the neon is kind of what confuses me here, because generally in a comp like this, you don't really have the neon because you don't have the second initiator. You'd really love a breach that could stun for your neon, but they're just running a solo fade at the moment. So I'm not really seeing the vision for DUPG's comp, but Diversity I'm completely happy with.
I mean, I guess the combo that I can see would just be the toxic screen going down, and then all of a sudden you see a sliding neon heading towards your head.
Yeah.
But apart from that, that's the only one scenario that you'll be able to like work it out between the synergy between Bad Love and A-Star here. What I'm looking at is currently Panda, because as you mentioned, verticality is a lot in this particular map. We've seen how menacing the verticality, that the positioning that Panda chooses with this agent, it's just boxes galore. If you're going to be in B site, you're either going to be in Omega Heaven or just by the roof. Again, the possibilities are endless on how he decides to do a teleport run here, but right now it is going to be our first round for Corrode, and here comes the pistol.
Yeah, I'm expecting another, DUPG did manage to win the pistol, but they are now on defense now, so we'll see, how their defense pistols were without the pressure, of course, being 8-4 down. Hopefully it goes a little bit better for him. Still interested, we see the Viper Wall going down on B and Viper playing towards mid. That wall looks pretty good for a lurk wall. You can really allow somebody to get through and get control of B main with that.
I'll find you.
Well, executes coming in through mid space, gonna be taken, but Bad Love finds NB2K. Rio on towards
Spike
Max,
down,
A-Star,
mid.
and D1 Rollins finding one
enemy
for
remaining.
their sides. 4v1 now as well. Blink and you'll miss it. It's not gonna be down to Panda, who's not gonna be getting the shots they needed. A-Star once again opening it with a triple kill.
Yeah, showing them who's boss on their map pick. The Diversity, they didn't really look like they had a solid plan there against the Viper Wall. As weird as it is to say, I feel like that's a pretty stock standard Viper Wall. I don't know why they got so tripped up over that, but
yeah, it's pretty much like a huge beacon on where Viper could be, unless they started to just put the wall up and then just start rotating towards A. That could be like the caveat that this Viper has, but right now it is going to be D1 Rollins facing the music here. It's going to be a smoke fight and winning it against T1 Tap God. Will be able to find one for the troubles? No. It is going to be Dieversity Esports going in for the retreat, wise enough. But if they decide to cross this one, they're going to be in such danger here. A-Star and Max get them on the cross. One has an Outlaw and one has a Guardian. That's one shot scenario here if you want to pull through, but they decided to go to spawn instead of going on the cross. But someone's going to be waiting for them, and that's going to be Flame at Demon. First casualty, second casualty on 10v2K. Will it be the triple kill? Rio just down to almost 75% of HP. Still gonna be throwing away the spike somewhere, but Bad Love. Gonna be doing teasing us with it.
30 seconds left.
In the end, takes down Panda. 28 seconds remaining on the clock. Mad Love, will it be coming through? And that's just a classic. Really huge one for Bad Love there. Gets a double kill onto Rio as well, but now it's DUPG getting it in on 2-0.
Yeah, and I have to shout out as well DUPG's
Gun here.
playing this pretty well, but that Viper Wall, I I think the weakness is gonna be in that Viper Wall, because if you want to wall B with it, you also have to block off mid, and that does allow attackers to freely cross mid without any information. So I think fakes should be a really strong idea for how Diversity want to play against against the team right now. So that being said, Actdemon already getting one on the star player at A star. Same with Panda.
Getting one towards next, towards Max. Flame for the trade. 3v4.
Whoa.
One tap gone. Finds Flame. Now definitely a 2v4 here.
Last player
Inside of Dieversity Esports.
Spike planted.
Rolling with it just as soon as they had guns. The scores keep rolling in as well with the kills. Mad Love gonna be the last casualty, making it a 2-1 now for the side of Dieversity Esports. DUPG still in the lead, but only just by 1.
Yeah, I mean DUPG's comp is so it is quite defender sided with the double controller. They can really cut off these long sight lines for pretty much as long as they want. What with the Viper Wall, Viper Smoke, Omen Smokes, they can pretty much just cut off an angle for the entire round if they wanted to. So that's pretty much forcing Diversity to play just a little bit slow, which is really not what they want against with their team comp, the Waylay and the Yoru.
It's really smart what DUPG did here, because they, instead of just pulling on smokes, they just go in. It's a really huge gamble though, but that's a lot of space taken. Very fruitful. Now it's gonna be Mad Love, and once again Max for the cross. Will it work? Blown to be popped, but no one just yet. Nightfall coming through towards mid side. Who's gonna be the first casualty here? No one. Surprisingly, after a barrage of final shots,
A-Star's alive. Oh,
A-Star gets a double, gonna be punished for it. 2v3, man advantage going towards Dieversity Esports here. Gonna be Flame and D1 Rollins finding anything that they can have to stop this 3-man attacker side for Dieversity Esports. Plant coming through.
Spike planted.
Hard but not impossible here for the side of DUPG. D1 Rollins just taking every corner that they can have. Guarding the flank, but guess who's behind them? Just waiting for the other. Finds one, and that's the swing Flame! Punishes Panda with it, but guess who's behind? It's going to be Rio. Back headshot. Clear as day. 2-2.
They have courage.
Dieversity Esports ties it all up.
flanks on flanks there on that side. They kind of just left Flame to his own devices over an elbow, but I'm glad to see that Panda, in a lot of situations, some players will just forget about him, think that he would have gone left elbow somehow and TP'd out, but I'm glad Panda was still, conscious about it, and that's why you could see that he held off on shooting at, I think it was Max before, so really smart plays so far.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of that for Panda as well, so it's going to be being the very crucial member of this Dieversity Esports squad. Flame gonna find one, but Max finds one instead with Actdemon. Side, still the spot coming in. One tap God finds the Omen, making it equal 4v4. 1 minute 7 still remaining on the clock. Main side's being already conquered for this defenders. It's going to be Actdemon might be finding the waylay here and towards that corner, though they find one. D1 Rollins finds one tap God. Mad Love finds two. That's gonna be 2 and 1. Huge spots. Oh! Despite having that minuscule amount of HP, Mad Love striking through 6-2 and 1. A far cry from the scoreline that they've had in the first map. Viper pick might be the go here for him.
Yeah, maybe he just likes Viper. He was hitting some nice shots on the smoke. You can't lie. He was hitting some, he got that 3K with the Guardian with some nice flicks. So it's definitely not his aim. And, every so often, he just have a bad game.
Oh yeah, just bad map.
Just a bad map, not your map, Not even that. Sometimes, I play, for me at least, I play Haven. I play Sova on Haven as well. And, it's really a 50-50 on how I perform. Sometimes I'm bottom frag, sometimes I'm top frag, It really is a, vibe dependent.
We'll have to see what the vibes here for Dieversity Esports going to be. Prowler taking up a lot of space, but Mad Love finds one and finds two. Only for Academics to shut it all down, but is it a little too late for a 4v3? Leon coming in, Max finds 1 and 2. D1 Rollins finds Panda in the end, almost a flawless. With how everything has just gone through, it was very quick, no plant needed. Right now, DUPG looking very solid for this map.
Yeah, Dieversity, they keep trying to force themselves through that Viper wall down mid, and it really is never working out for them. You can't really walk through a Viper wall like you can with a regular smoke. Regular smoke, you can hide in it and then flash out of it pretty easily. You can coordinate with your team because you know when that smoke is dropping. But with the Viper wall, it really is a gamble of whether the Viper just feels like putting down a wall. So I think they're having a bit of trouble with that. And that being said, they are changing up the tempo, going all in, but the Vice there doesn't matter. Oh my god.
D1 Rollins, but A-Star finding one as well, but another going into the trade. 2v3, making it 1v3 now. So I'm just going to be down to Flame on how they burn up this attacker's side. It's going to be down to Act Demon and One Tap God and Panda on how they're going to catch this Omen out. Flame is just being a menace all game. Will they be able to find one? Starts to clear out any angle that they can have close by. Will it work? Panda might be in a huge trouble here. Oh, going in for that swing as a stinger! And that is going to be the heavenly punish by One Tap God. A triple kill for the Waylay and a round going in towards Dieversity.
Yeah, very solid game plan there. Just changing up the tempo completely. Full rushing it onto B. Ignoring the Vice wall, might I add as well, because their team top at least, they can afford to ignore it, I think Fade and Vice are the only two that can't really get through the Vice wall. The others, I suppose Omen as well, if the Vice wall's already up. But, One Tap God, he just dashed right through and got the kill with a bucky. That's a really nice tempo pace, and, Dieversity, their signs of life to it.
Huge executor towards B site once again, but it's going to be stopped by a Nightfall though. Only one was located. A-Star, a huge kill there on towards Act Demon. Carry with an operator. Panda on the trade. Flame on the trade as well. Trade for trade coming in. 4v3. Who's going to be finding these people? So with the Spike has just not showed its ugly head yet, but defender side just swinging and rotating immediately towards A side. Trying to find pings coming in through to such an empty site as well. It's going to be Yoru versus Viper here. Who is going to show up and who will not? It is going to be NV2K who's finding Mad Love there. Free real estate for the side of Dieversity Esports here, but it's just waiting currently for the man advantage to just come through, making it an equal 3v3 for the post plant. Who's gonna find one? Max finds One Tap God. Who's gonna find the other? Flame does find Envy as well. It's gonna be down to Rio. Will find who? Down goes D1 Rollins. Just 3 kills remaining. One remaining. Taken down on towards Max. Will it be a clutch? That's a huge reveal towards Spawn. And that's the swing, and that's the triple kill. What a clutch for Rio. And what a round being on the side for Dieversity Esports.
One enemy remaining.
Bringing it back 4-4. Might I add, if they lost that round, that would have been financial ruin for them. That would have been them like a bank account after a Friday night, man. But Rio bringing it back. 3v1, my goodness. Oh, 1v3, sorry. That was a really good clutch by him. And You know, he was really aware of when his ultimate was active. You could see as soon as he got that kill onto D1 Rollins, he immediately tries to go for the ultimate.
Nightfall was really huge there for Rio. Managing to just find the double straight away, swing after swing. But right now, Max in trouble here and towards mid. The amount of bullets being pushed through the paper thin walls in this mid side, and eventually one tap God finds the headshot. 4v5 straight away. 1 minute on the clock. Panda versus A-Star here if they decide to push. Ooh, what's the plan here, Panda? What's the plan here, A-Star?
Oh,
Spike down mid.
Oh,
Go for a long raid, and that's A-Star finding Panda in the end. Told you those corners are very punishing, but right now 4v3. The advantage of the man's just lost and equaled straight away after NV2K finds A-Star.
30 seconds left.
Towards a side, it's going to be pushed up. Huge one here. Whew. Flame managed to just dodge it, but at what cost? That amount of HP will not get you anywhere, says NV2K. 3v2 now for this post plant. Down to Madliv, down to D1 Rollins and how they want to push this out. Viper's Pit available, not going to be used though, but Steel Garden available for D1 Rollins, so they decide to use it.
Last
There's
player
going to be an
standing.
ulti for ulti. Madlove down. Down to the lone player of DUPG. D1 Rollins decides to just opt in for a save. This is an extra round going in for Dieversity Esports. Is this deja vu?
oh, okay. Got the kill. Oh, Act Demon didn't run away from the bomb.
Ooh, that's rough.
That's
I don't care if there are 5 of
their
them
buy
or
okay.
50.
Yeah, their buy's still
Let's go.
okay, but you know, ideally you wouldn't have wanted Act Demon to die there. And you know, finally we start to see Dieversity pulling up a lead, albeit a small one, but you know, it's been a little bit tough for him so far to get things started, but now I think we're starting to see the ball rolling and they're really starting to get into the groove of it now. And you know, this is their map pick, so I'd hope to see a little bit more, you know, creativeness with their sort of strats. But against this Viper comp, I think they're a little bit stuck.
Yeah, never mind the creativity. I just need like consistent fundamentals on how they would want to clear every angle that they currently have. Because right now, that's just currently the difference of a win and a loss. And Panda finding a good shot there to Madlove. Max
Bring them down.
eventually finds the head of NV2K. Will work, will it not? And Panda dismisses the body of the face. Still a 3v4. Huge one here, and that is going to be a sliding A-Star. Hitting Panda, Act Demon on the flank, finding one, but not
Last
the other.
player
D1
standing.
Rollins finds it, and now it's going to be down to a 2v1 in this post plan. Very close. What are you going to be doing here, Vice? So, Rollins managing to find one. Location of revealed, but does not know where the other one is. Rio being menaced here. Oh, they find it! And that's the shot, and that's the escape, and that's the round still going towards Dieversity Esports, but almost a good round there by D1 Rollins.
Yeah, that was looking a little bit close. We could see Panda there just missing a few shots. He's a far cry of what he was on Haven. 4 and 10 now.
Oi.
Not using the verticality. He's got to use it, man, if he wants to get some kills. But, you know, we can see that Dieversity, at least, they're starting to figure it out. They're, like you said, checking their corners, doing their due diligences, and it's really working out for them. And now we can see that they're doing this 4-1 split idea. This will be interesting.
Oh, B-side stack. It's a 4-man on towards the push here.
There.
D1 Rollins gonna be the first contact, and that is going to be
Face
the
your
reveal
fear!
as well. Nightfall coming through. Execute is a go. D1 Rollins.
Wow.
Really, really huge spot there. Mad Love and D1 Rollins down. 3 of these 5.
Last player
God finds
standing.
one and the other, and V. Really good shot there towards A Star Flame. Not gonna go down to the hands of Axe Demon. Lurk was not capitalized properly for Dieversity
Spike
Esports just
planted.
yet, but it is now the hunt for the Hellman. It has been
Fake
commenced.
teleport. Time to
Flame.
jump.
What are they gonna be doing here?
All right.
I thought Wall was gonna activate for a second. Turns out
Yeah,
it's just
I
his
thought
wall
it too.
now.
I thought it was gonna activate too.
But
Forgot
it's
that
gonna be a
Vice is
play
there.
for the exit frags here. They might be able to find Panda, but it's gonna be
Oh.
tricky. What are they gonna be doing here? Omen versus Omen. Will they peek? Here comes the peek, and that is Flame winning it all. My boy 4-11 at the moment. Panda looking worse for wear for this game, but a round going towards Dieversity Esports once again. In my world, we take those. 4-7. Oh my god.
Oh
another
my
one,
goodness.
another one.
Keep eating the kills.
Last round before the switch.
4 and 7. I have to shout out as well NV2K and One Tap God on that execute. My goodness, getting both of the entries. That's something you really want from your duelist. And it doesn't happen often because in that situation, when you only have NV2K and One Tap God, you're in the Whaley on site, it is vital that they win those duels, because if they don't win, the push is basically over because, you know, the rest of the team is stuck behind a vice port. So real shout outs to them.
Who's next?
5-round win streak. That's the amount of win streak they currently have for Dieversity Esports. Dimensional Rift coming through. D1 Rollins has their location revealed, decides to just get out of dodge there. Find the people in spawn and reconvene with the team. That's the clone popping out. Rollins.
Okay.
Good shot there and towards NVK. I believe that was a blind one too. But Viper's Pit being committed here by Madlib.
Yeah, for the first time this entire map as well. That's not
Yeah.
really what you want to see when, you know, I'm sure that Bad Love could have gotten an extra Viper's Pit if he just used that one early.
Panda.
Oh, Panda.
Panda in a precarious spot here, only just being saved by the vision blocker of the Viper's Pit. But if he goes, executes coming in. Oh, finding it, but that's going to be the trade. A-Star finds one for B3. Where is it going to go?
Spike
Spike has
down,
been
B.
revealed to
30 seconds
B2. Minuscule amount of HP is One Tap God. One sneeze and the HP goes to
Spike
0.
planted.
But plant
Placed.
being shifted towards B side straight away from the Viper's Pit that was there before. Huge reveal that it is going to be a spawn
Go, go, go!
retake. Neon coming in. Act Demon and One Tap God facing the music up in spawn. Time's ticking. Will it work? That's the point. That's the defuse. Shining light. One Tap God going in for the
Last player
bait.
standing.
D1 Rollins finding it, and that's the swing and the slide by A-Star. Act Demon not gonna find the shot they needed. That is going to
Switching
be
sides.
a 5-7 first half. Now it's time for the switch here. Care of Dieversity Esports.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared for DUPG here. Their attack, you know, I mentioned it before, they don't got that breach, so there's no real synergy with the Neon. So A-Star will pretty much just be a lone agent operating, you know, by himself. But we can see that at least in the defense round, he's been doing pretty well for himself. So who am I to say about anything? So hopefully he gets some good value. But I'll need to see to believe it, you know.
Pings coming through towards mid side, and again, shots coming in. A-Star finds Envy. Madlove finding One Tap God. Three down straight away. 2v5. Might be a potential flawless here. Do they decide to execute in a flawless manner? Panda
Last
finding
player
a star,
standing.
facing the music with Max's ghost shot on towards the head.
Spike planted.
1v4. Will they be able to find one? And that is going to be D1 Rollins saying no to Act Demon. That's the lurk gone now. Again, DUPG. It's just
Man,
currently,
A-Star. He's just crazy.
yeah, it's now 6.
6. No. The joke is too easy, man. It's too easy.
Low hanging fruit vibe.
We're better than that. I'll tell you.
I didn't even know it was gonna get there. I just look at the score and I just started to pronounce it, and then it just
And then it just registered in your brain.
into my head. Barrier's down now for this round. And just
Okay.
like that, A-Star finding one tap god as a free headshot. MB2K! It's a lamb to the slaughter, and the lambs seems to be this duo. The reigning duo of Dieversity Esports. A-Star finds one, D1 Rollins finds the other. 7-7 now for both of these teams. Just tying it all up. It's a much closer round for DUPG here.
Yeah, never mind. Maybe I was wrong, man. Maybe it's just because I've never had A-Star on my team. That's why I was doubting the team comp. Because this man just seems to be getting all the opening kills. Gotta shout out this Viper wall as well. It really is helping them lock down mid because they can't. There's no real way for them to peak for Dieversity to really peak a mid with that wall up, because it blocks both the link peak and there you go. NB2K immediately dead. One tap god immediately dead. My goodness, wasn't this a bonus round?
3 guns galore for this side of DUPG. Take what they can get, and that is going to be the model for this round as well. Leo on the flank, Prowler coming in. Panda and Act Demon find their respective kills. 3v2. It's now going to be down to how the rest of the squad apply this. That's an operator, care of D1 Rollins. The shot coming in by Max. And that is just going to be the lone player, Rio. We've seen you pull up a clutch before. Will it work this time as well? No, says Flame, with a bulldog in hand. And it's now 8-7 for the side.
Fear is a trap, and the trap.
Yeah, DUPG. I mean, they're showing that, they're basically dancing in front of Envy's face right now. It's a complete flip over, and the Dieversity, they're kind of struggling with this defense. I'm fairly certain it's the Viper, and sometimes you just need some picks like this, just some strange team comps. It's enough to trip up the opposite team. So real props to Bad Love here, grabbing out the Viper and doing so well with it. Well,
Bad Love finding Panda, who has not had a very good game in regards to just being able to frag out 4v5 straight away.
Died 16 times in 16 rounds. Impressive.
Yeah, Dieversity Esports just really losing the momentum they had from map 1. They did have a lead coming in towards the first half, but nothing coming to fruition in the second. Now, DUPG has a chance to just run away with map number 2. And it all comes down to this post plant as well. Lose this, and it's going to be an 8-8 scoreline once again, but shots coming in. Will they be finding one? Envy finds one. Oh, that's a headshot on towards Max, but not going to be enough. 2v2 now. It's going to be A-Star. Finding one onto one tap god. Leo. Oh, how do you even play against that? Just swing and finding the headshot straight away. A-Star, 17, 10, and 4 with Overdrive ready to rear go.
Yeah, Overdrive already, man. This is unbelievable. Not that he needs it. He's, Vandal and enough credits to buy himself for like 3 more rounds. This is... Oh, hello there.
Ooh, really up and close and personal with the Tacti Bear there. Shout out to Noah in our cinematic squad. But tap in to the game itself. Currently 9-7.
Oh, what?
A-Star getting it blind, but NV2K has other plans as well. Oh, the teleport. Very well aware. A-Star gets it. 3v2, however, Flame does find one tap God. And it's now going to be down to Act Demon and Rio once again. The duo that can pull off the clutch, making it a 2v2 now as A-Star. The ace is down and the duelist is down. That is one coming in. Oh, Mad Love.
Spike
Almost
planted.
tanking the seas. But now going to be down to Act Demon and how they find Flame and Mad Love here. Clearing a lot of these angles at the moment. One's going to be main. Smoke coming through.
Enemy remaining.
Whoa! Huge one there to Mad Love. But they do not know where Flame is currently at the moment. It's not planned for them as well, so it might be a huge one. Oh, Flame does take Act Demon down. And it's now going to be a 10-7 here. Care of DUPG.
Yeah, I mean, DUPG, they just look like they know how to play their team comp. I was talking some trash about it earlier, but it's pretty obvious that they practiced on this team comp and they're familiar with their strengths and weaknesses, and not to mention also A-Star as well, just getting some incredible kills. You got that kill on Panda while he's fully blinded, then ran up CT, knew that Envy's TP was going to be there, got the kill on Envy as well. My goodness. Panda though.
Ooh, 4v5 straight away. 1 minute 23 remaining on the clock. Prowler coming in through mid as well. But, oh, Max finding Panda. And now it's going to be a 4v4. Lead gone. Rio gonna be seized up. And a dodging as well. One tap God finding A-Star as well from the flank. Will it work? Will it not? One Rollins finds a one tap God and it's just trades for days. Currently,
Last player standing.
last player standing now is going to be Act Demon. Does have Seal Garden. Will they be using it for this round? 45 seconds. Spike is still not planted. Will it work? Will it not? Coming through. Flame finds Act Demon in the end. And now it is the convenience store score with 7-11. Lead going in towards DUPG.
Man, they made that announcement earlier this year that, the owners of Japan 7-Eleven had bought out Australia 7-Eleven. So I was hoping we'd get some of the, some Fami Chicky or something or whatever they have. I forget what 7-Eleven's fried chicken is, but they still don't have it, man. I'm telling you, if they brought their fried chicken to Australia, it would sell out immediately, man. I would be so down for that. back to the game. I'm supposed to be analyzing this game, man.
Oh,
But you talking about
yes.
7-Eleven got me hungry.
Yeah, I am hungry too. It is currently that time for me as well. But again, surprisingly enough, no casualties just yet for both teams here. Just space being taken by the attacker side here of DUPG. But Leo pushing smoke. Why? But I guess when you're ballsy enough, but very questionable decisions there as A-Star finds one again for one tap of God. Crucial mistakes coming through for the side of Dieversity.
My goodness.
Dieversity Esports. And it's 3v4 now. Kara Panda finally getting a kill towards A-Star, but is it a little too late?
One enemy
Rollins
remaining.
finding Act Demon. Max onto Panda, and now it's going to be 1 versus 4 here. NV2K finds one
planted.
with the operator. But again, I think they might be just opting in for a savior, but
Yeah.
it's such a very crucial gun. But if you do that, you're currently just working with a match point differential as well. with that spike exploding. On the other side, though, you do have Dieversity Esports with a plethora of ultimates that they're going to be carrying towards the next round. But it's going to be very interesting on how this turns out. Right now, DUPG poised to just take map 2 at the moment with that scoreline of 12-7.
Match point.
Random shots being fired there, and yeah, it's match point for Dieversity. This was, I have to mention, this was their map pick as well, so they should be pretty confident. But that is, you know, that is the opposite of what we've seen so far. So they're looking a little bit shaky. Hopefully they can bring it back. They do have the 5 ults like you mentioned, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start off aggressive. And yeah, look, they're starting with 4 towards B. Something crazy.
Being an opposite of aggressive at the moment. They're just currently just spider walking to take space and towards B. And so they should. But again, huge emphasis on how DUPG currently plays mid here. It's just very to the T at the moment. Meanwhile, a side scenario that is currently just being brought up by both teams. No executions happening just yet. Nightfall is going to be heading towards the mid side, but no follow-up coming through. Is it all for naught? But it's the location being revealed at least for the mid side. But it's just unfortunate that there was no follow-up, no insert coming in. Again, 43 seconds remaining on the clock. Is a DUPG running the clock to the T here, or will it work for the side of Dieversity Esports? Mad Love finds Panda. That's the first kill of that round. NV2K finds one for the trade. 4v4. 22 seconds remaining. Spike's not been planted yet. Trying to get a lot of free real estate here. A-Star making way alongside Max. 12 seconds remaining. Spike has not been planted yet. Spike Killer has been down. And that is going to be the attacker side winning still. The rest of Dieversity Esports is wiped. And map 2 goes towards the side of DUPG. Map 3, we are heading towards Abyss, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, somebody just played that so well. I have to add as well, this is not their first time in the tournament playing on road. Literally, in the quarterfinals, they played against Void Syndicate, 13-6 on Corrode. So, you know, this kind of does make sense. They're doing so well. And, you know, I'm glad to see that they have such strength on this map. It's really, such a unique team comp as well. It's really fun to see.
It's kind of interesting how both of these teams just lost their map picks at the moment, and now we're currently going in towards a decider in a fairly gravitational pull based map that we have in Abyss. But right now it's just the MVPs that we've been seeing in map 1 and Haven was just not showing here on Corrode. I guess it just shows how Dieversity Esports still doesn't have a grasp on this map just yet, or DUPG just really knows how to play around with that Viper. And it is currently showing with the amount of coordination that both of these teams have. They've been consistent in pushing mid. They've been consistent in how they would want to pinch anyone that's guarding the sites. I guess it was just down to Dieversity Esports on how they just gave so much leeway. I guess because it's like in the half, it was like what, 5
to 7 towards Dieversity, yeah.
Yeah, and again, if it was 5-7 in the beginning, that means like DUPG never lost a round on
attack on their
attack
defense
at all. Yeah.
No attack. Sorry, I'm completely misremembering. But yeah, got to shout out A-Star there. Definitely the MVP. I don't think we even have to look at the stats. to say that he's the MVP. He was doing pretty good. I believe he was MVP on Haven as well. So, man, this guy's just a star of his own. But yeah, he's been doing so well in that Neon. That movement is coming. I'm so glad to see players abuse that Neon movement, because it really is fun to watch. I'd argue it's not fun to play against. But yeah, big shout out to A-Star.
Yeah, and we're about to see who are our
I think it's just some general stats.
Oh yeah, it's just stats in general, but
yeah.
Currently, from what I've noticed so far, it's a lot of post-ban scenarios just being pushed through for even for like Dieversity Esports. When they actually had a post-ban scenario available for them, they're actually running it with a man disadvantage. Especially for that last round, my heart bled there for One Tap God. They got a double kill, and only to just die to A-Star's overdrive, that they just managed to just run away with it, essentially. But again, it just shows that you just need to go back to the lab and how you want to work it. But again, look at those numbers as well. But now we're going to be heading in towards the individual stats as well. Currently looking at the ones that we have had at the moment. A-Star looking like the shining star, literally, for DUPG. Flame is someone I did not expect coming from map 1 to actually just pop off as well. One Tap God as well, like they were just coming from, I believe they were playing Breach in Haven, and now they were playing like Waylay for Dieversity Esports. Still was the pretty much the team MVP for this map on Corrode. But again, NV2K is just getting punished. Panda not being able to, or probably not familiar on how to work the verticality on towards Omen.
Yeah,
I think
not as many like creative TPs that we were seeing there, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. But we're gonna be heading in towards another side. We're going in towards another MVP stats as well, but it's not surprised at all, man. It's just it's spoiler alert, most likely, and I'm actually interested into seeing and what the stats are going to be like above 300 ACS. That's what I was expecting to none other than the MVP of this match. A-Star was MVP in map 1 and MVP in map 2 as well. Going to be down to map 3. Is it going to be A-Star once again?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls out the Neon on Abyss, man. Like, the way he was moving was so clean on some of those little, because Corrode, especially that B side, they've got that a few like little elevations that make the Neon all the more harder to hit, especially when she's just dancing in your face like that. So Abyss has some similar stuff. So I wouldn't be too surprised if he picks if he picks the Neon, but also I'm sure that if he picks something new, he'd do fantastic with that as well. Yeah.
Going in towards Abyss now, I think it's the mid side for this particular map. First of all, the map is huge. You can only pull off so many rotates that you can. So if you're using your util straight away, you're pretty much spoiling the whole team or the defensive side squad. That's where you would want to go for an execute, because you can only execute once and rotate just a handful of times, if not rare. Probably like you can pull off 3, like, and that's like clutching it, right? But we're going to be leading in towards a break now. Just don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's currently tied series at the moment. DUPG versus Dieversity Esports. Heading towards map 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Gotta go! Shocking! Shortcut! Face your fears! Spike down A. One enemy remaining. Spike down C. One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike
that.
down A.
I got the spike.
Go down. Take them. Try again.
One enemy remaining.
Take them.
One enemy remaining.
Where are you?
One enemy remaining.
Okay. Then
Last player standing.
I am the hunter.
One enemy remaining.
Initiated.
Clutch.
Bring them down. Attack them. Shock it.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Too slow. Gun here.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Be right back.
Last player standing.
Slow down. Take them.
Spike down mid.
Kill. Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. There we go.
Switching sides.
One down.
Last player standing.
This way.
Spike down A. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Gotta go. Shock it. Shortcut. Face your fear.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining. Spike down C. One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Neutralized. Enemy marked.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
I got the spike.
Slow down. Mare, take them. Try again.
One enemy remaining.
Remove. Mare, take them.
One enemy remaining.
Where are you?
One enemy remaining.
Okay, then.
Gun here. Call. Shadows traveling.
Last player standing.
I am the hunter.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Bring them down. Catch them. Shock it.
One enemy remaining.
Cover going out.
Last player standing.
Too slow. Gun here.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Be right back.
standing.
Slow down. Mare, take them.
Cover going out.
Spike down mid.
Kill. Coming through. Gotta go. Shock it. Here we go.
Last player standing. Switching sides.
One down.
Last player standing.
This way.
Spike down A. Last player
Almost out.
standing.
I got
One
spike.
enemy remaining.
Gotta go. Shock it. You're dead. Face your.
We have arrived at the tail end of these qualifiers so far. And right now, we're going to be heading in towards map 3 in the form of Abyss. My name is ZK, and with me is going to be Rock Mine Law, the good old analyst for this past few maps so far. Been on point then and going to be on point now. How we doing, buddy?
You know what? A little bit tired. Can't imagine how you're feeling. 5 a.m. for Digsy, 3 a.m. for myself, or 2 a.m. for myself. So, we're a little bit cooked, but that's how we like Valorant, isn't it? You don't play in the mornings for a reason. You play in the evenings.
Yes, that's how we like our Valorant, like so cooked. But again, for both of these teams in both DUPG and Dieversity Esports, one have a win in their series currently. Both winning. Again, I think Dieversity Esports winning in Haven, and DUPG winning in Corrode. Now we're gonna be heading in towards Abyss as well, and we're gonna be heading to Agent Select straight away. One Tap God and Act Demon running double Sentinel here for Abyss. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, NV2K on the Jet now. Speaking of Jet, another Jet available for Max as well. Bad Love back into the
Back onto the
back into
breach. Oh, it's a
the
breach.
role of initiator.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all she wrote, I believe. And right now it's currently an interesting slot that they decided to just pull up here. But it's only just pistol at the moment. It's gonna
We
be
could see some pretty interesting team comp as well. You could see that, they're going for, or the Diversity that is, are going for the double Sentinel, which they are starting on defense. So if they can get the round lead on this, it really is beneficial to have the double Sentinel on a map as big as this, because that guarantees you to have tripwires and sonic sensors on both sites at once. So hopefully, what Diversity are looking for is to pull out enough rounds in the defense half so that they can just limp through the attack half. If it ends up going 6-6 on the half, I'm afraid Diversity will probably not have much further to go. So we'll try and see. I hope that Diversity can manage to get a good defense half going.
Yeah. Interesting tactic bear placements there as well. It's just like really tucked in towards the vines there, but again, heading in towards the game.
It's made only for the observers.
Yeah. DUPG. It's going to be interesting on how they would actually have to pull this off, right? It's currently looking like there's no double duelist scenario that's going to be available for both of these teams in their respective halves. Yet we're still seeing a lot of pings coming through for the mid sites as well. It looks like it's going to be a bloodbath towards this side. Should the barriers start to go down pretty soon, might be the case here, but it's just going to be a lot of space taking, and in a map like Abyss, it's one of those scenarios where you don't let go of the space that you have, you just fight it to the T. Door's gonna be broken towards the inside. Yeah, Envy2K already finding a star as well, finding the other, getting out of dodge with just 22 HP remaining. But
I need a concealment.
Spike currently being teetered towards the side of B. Meanwhile, D1 Rollins does find Envy2K and AK Demon as well onto Flame. 3v2.
One enemy remaining.
Already making a 3v1, and Max. Huge shock dart kill there. On towards the Astra, and Rio
I need a
going to be
concealment.
getting one and finishing it all off. Pistol going towards the side of Dieversity Esports.
Really solid idea
One
there.
enemy remaining. Spike
Getting
down
that
B.
mid control and then flooding onto B. But when you Envy getting that first kill, first of all, was ridiculous. Props to him, because there were 4 people running it down mid and he still managed to get one and get out. And then having both the Astra and the Cypher on one side really did help out the side hold to just delay on what is a ginormous map.
Huge push on towards B side for this eco. AK Demon still not have any idea at the moment of where everyone else is peeking, and now it's a 3v2 straight away. Gonna be down to D1 Rollins on how they want to save this round, with the lone player remaining, finding one for the swing, defines one tap god instead in their crosshairs, making it a 2-0 here for Dieversity Esports.
A quick 2-0 as well. That round was only, like 40 seconds long. That was pretty fast. And, I want to see how they use this Breach, because Breach, not a character you see very often, especially as a solo, or as a double initiator comp, but you don't really see him that often on Abyss, purely because of how ginormous the map is. It's really hard. You pretty much just have to stick with the jet the whole time, So I'm excited to see how he
play it. Usually it would be they just wait for the rolling thunder on the defense side, and once you hear the plant, just rip it. That's
pretty much, yeah.
That could be the plan, and
knock him
just
off the
let
edge.
gravity do its work, but we'll have to wait until this Breach goes for the switch on towards the defensive side right now. One on the defensive is currently AK Demon, tucked in towards a corner. Execute coming through. AK Demon going to be found out by A-Star. On how it was a huge tailwind onto finding the Cypher as well.
Spike planted.
And that's the plant coming through for a V3 on towards the post plant. 4 defenders still available. Max finding one onto Rio, though, making it a 3v3. Drone's going to be able to spot where everyone else is. Right now, it's just going to be Envy2K and one tap god. Rollins finds one. Huge swing onto one tap god. Could finish this off. Finds one, but the trade comes in for Max. DUPG showing some life in this round.
I'm saving.
Man, those Cypher nerfs, alright? It must be tough for those for AK Demon right now, because you know having the reveal not come through until the very end is such. It's props to Riot first of all. It's a really creative nerf, and I think it really does help out with a lot of the problems that Cypher was having as an agent. But he, on a map like Abyss, he really is gonna suffer. He's gonna have to play some of those more unconventional trips just so people don't break them immediately. You know.
I kind of prefer Vice as well, for as I say, as Rollins goes down. I kind of prefer Vice in the defensive side as well, because it could just, it gives you a lot of space to work with, and it's such a really huge map. Like Abyss, MV2K finding Flame though, and Rio going to be missing a lot of shots there, coming through for A-Star. 3v3 straight away. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Plant's now going to be coming through.
Spike
And
planted.
a huge swing. Delivered by one tap God, but AK Demon
One enemy
in
remaining.
there for the punish. I thought one tap God was actually real, but
My
it
ult's
turns
not
out
ready.
it was Mad Love, and I was tripping at this point. I guess the 5 a.m. is currently hitting
5
me
a.m.
at the moment, but right now 3-1 for the side of Dieversity Esports. Huge one and huge frags coming through.
I mean, yeah, that is what you would expect.
Spike
for,
planted.
Diversity, and
Enemy down.
you know the double sentinel comp is surely helping them out a good bunch, as you know they really are locking down the site. You can see when they're trying to get onto that B site that you know they're having to dodge utility left and right,
Get
and
out of my way!
it really is hard for them. Fantastic. That's what you want to see. As that being said, that was ambitious.
Nowhere to run.
Ambitious indeed. Another one ambitious sight would be the Hunter's Fury on trying to detect where the rest of the defenders are, but not coming to fruition just yet. Just starting to just barrage bullets on towards a deadlock cage. That comes the quiet straight away. 1 minute remaining on the clock. One tap God and Rio finding the respective kills. The defensive side of Dieversity
Over there.
Esports shining through this time. It's now going to be down to Mad Love and Rollins on how they just play this out. NV2K might be able to find a pixel.
One enemy
and that's
remaining.
finding one. That Spike's
Spike
going to be
down.
revealed.
Long.
Had to do a double take on towards the left side, but eventually finds the headshot onto Rollins. 4-1 for Dieversity Esports.
Yeah, and NV2K already on the double-digit kills. It is round 6 right now, meaning he's basically gotten 2 kills every round. That is crazy value from him, and he looks to have really woken up from the last map. And maybe he just like the longer sightlines. I don't know. I've seen a lot of players, they just prefer the longer sightlines. They like the, you know, make more micro adjustments, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's a really tricky one when you actually have to just like do a 90-degree swing straight away
Yeah.
on a map like Corrode.
Yep.
So I guess now we'll have to see how these players play the long sight lines. A-Star being a menace on this operator,
Over there!
trying to find anyone to capture with a stray shot mid smoke. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting matchup. Flame is gonna be up against Rio here. Comes the swing, and that's finding the shot there. Outlaw versus Vandal. Vandal wins close range, especially. But 4v1 now. 55 seconds remaining on the clock. Attack side has still yet to put in an execute. Currently, eyes are set on B side. The utility showers being pushed through. A-Star finding one tap God tucked in the corner. AK Demon coming for the swing, and that's the punish on towards Flame to
player
be
standing.
quiet. And now is a 1v 1v5
Spike
or
planted.
1v4 now. NV2K finding that headshot, but the low half HP is this Jet 20 HP.
Uh-oh.
To
You
be
want Rollins?
exact, it is going to be the reveal once this vice wall comes in. Are you gonna be
Nailed
in there? Oh, missing the shot there for Rollins. Does find one, but I don't think they're gonna be able to just teleport to the spike to the defuse in time. This is going to be most likely a save, if not for an exit frag hunt. Triple kill there by NV2K, but again, Spike's about to explode pretty soon. That's an extra round coming in for DUPG. A very much needed one. Flame shuts it all down after NV2K carefully just saving their skin.
Yeah, I gotta add, they did not end up picking up the operator again, so bit of a, I'm not sure if it was a tactical decision if they didn't want the operator or if they just forgot to pick it up, but either way, Panda's got an operator of his own, and we saw how powerful he was on map 1 with it. And, operator with Astra, that's not something you really see unless you're, Boaster.
Sound
So-
sensor up.
I'm excited to see what he does with this.
One Tap God does have Annihilation available.
No surprise.
Line coming
My
through.
goodness.
One Tap God in there for the punish on towards the execute. Teleporting Flame. Gonna
Well
get
done.
caught by One Tap God, but Max in there for the trade. 4v2. Men advantage onto Dieversity Esports once again. Does find D1
One
Rollins
enemy
as
remaining.
well. Max on the trade. Huge punish. That's a triple kill for Max now.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Down
Is ready.
to how this all plays out. 5 HP and that's coming for the ace onto Panda. Huge one there for Max. And the huge round being clutch by the
One
Sova.
enemy remaining.
Round going towards DUPG.
I mean, you can't
One
let a
enemy
5
remaining.
HP
Four.
server
My ult
do
is
that.
ready.
Why are we all peeking one by one? Even a classic right click through the cage would have killed him. That was really well played by Max, just isolating those 1v1s and letting Diversity just come to him. And now Diversity, they've fallen on hard times. They're living out on the street. Sheriffs galore. Shorty and Stinger in hand for Envy and One Tap God. And Envy, no, that is not what you want to see. We didn't see that.
Yeah, opening shot on towards that Sheriff. Oh, is it going to be a clutch or a thrifty? Once again, Mad Love does find One Tap God.
player
Annihilation gonna be pulling through, and that is going to be Mad Love finally down. 5-3. That is definitely a thrifty for the side of Diversity Esports. They were out for blood as soon as they had Max given the ace.
Yeah, they were not letting that happen once again, man. They were. Oh, hello.
Last player
yeah.
standing.
Yeah, study session. Care of teacher Pengu to the lovely Tacti Bears of Abyss. Again, scoreline update. NV2K 16-4-2. Meanwhile, A-Star
Be fast.
still on the run
Uh-oh.
for being MVP with being 8-8, especially on that kill towards Panda 4v5 straight away as barriers goes down towards the mid side. Triple stack, though it's quad stacked before, but again, when you have utilities being played out
Spike down mid.
on both sides, you can just
on my
play
wire.
with mid side as well. Ooh, Spike going to be picked up
Stay down.
once
My ult's
again.
ready.
But AK Demon going to be facing the music, making it a 3v4 now for the side of DUPG. Rio finds a star. Huge punish, equaling the man advantage right away. MD2K is able to find one, and that's the
Spike
Steel
down,
Garden
mid.
down.
One enemy remaining.
Shots coming through. It's going to be Max. You've seen this clutches before. Will it come to fruition once again? Has Phantom in tow, and that's NV2K giving a back shot to Max, care of an operator. 6-3.
Yeah, and I think this is exactly what we expected as well. With this double sentinel comp, they should be very skilled at locking down sites, especially with that Astra as well. You kidding me? At the, you know, at the suck on top of everything else, it's crazy. So, so yeah, their defense half should be pretty much immaculate. I wouldn't be surprised if they managed to get it up to 8 or even 9, but. Now he's out with the knives. He's going to be looking for a miracle round here as the rest of his team just on an eco.
Huge reveal that a lot of shots and probably the stack available for that A side execute. Now opting in for a rotate, trying to catch anyone out if the rotate was swift. But no one's going to find anyone just yet. AK Demon does have camera available to see if it is going to be just
Here.
Popped out in time.
My camera is destroyed.
And that is the reveal
Cage
showing
trigger.
up. Rotates coming through for the defensive side. DUPG running out of time to push through. But Execute coming in. Panda in there for the punish. Max finds it and gets the trade. It'll all depend on how it goes. Flame and Rollins down. Defensive side 4v2.
One enemy
All
remaining.
at the back side of B. And that is going to be the knife coming through for NV2K. It's the jump and stab.
Yeah, NV2K is definitely feeling himself now. He's 19 and 4.
One enemy remaining.
You know, approaching 5 now. This is a far cry from what we've seen from the previous 2 maps. So it really does seem like he's woken up. And oh, hello there. You're looking a bit precarious standing over there, aren't you?
Oh, that's
not a great spot to be in, I'll be honest.
Gravity will definitely work in your favor if you're just tucked in towards that spot. Poor Tactibear though. I wonder how they'll survive that, but speaking of surviving, that wall's definitely not going to be surviving for this A side execute. It is going to be an interesting switch though. Just puts in a wall in there for the insert, but no commitment just yet for the side of DUPG. Does have Hunter's Fury available and does have the Covenant Rolling Thunder available as well for their squad. Meanwhile, both ultimates for Astra and Neural Theft available for AK Demon as well. Here comes the execute. Fault line coming in.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness.
Maz able to find one. A-Star finds a good headshot there. Hunter's Fury also already being spent here. Plant coming in for
Spike
V5.
planted.
How will it work out for the side of Dieversity Esports? Only time will tell. Currently, Flame getting a lot of Raptor space. AK Demon! Come through. A-Star gonna be going down. Oh, 4 kills coming through for DUPG straight away as the rest of the Dieversity Esports squad
Last
goes in
round
for
in
those
the half.
picks. But right now it's last round in the half. Still, Dieversity Esports with the lead here, but DUPG currently hot on their tails. Will it work on the switch with this last round in the half? Making it a 7-5, possibly. We've seen that scoreline before. It was very familiar. And DUPG was able to just get map 2. There's that corrode. Will it be the same here?
I think DUPG would really be happy with the 7-5 scoreline, especially against, Diversity's team comp. The zero flash team comp, basically. They can just stare at the choke points all day. They don't have to be worried. So, a little bit of a vital round, especially for the future in terms of the Diversity right now. Have to win this. And yeah, Panda already.
No more.
4v3 now for the side of DUPG. going to be punished.
Last player standing.
2v2, last round, and last person standing will be NV2K. Will they be able to find where they currently are? Just the timing of it all.
Oh, look up.
This
One
fight,
enemy remaining.
huge one shot. Will they be able to clutch this out? Blade Storm being activated. Flame just being sneaky with it. Again, NV2K decides to take up that spot. Oof. Flame, where are you going to be hitting? Are you going to be aware of it? Comes into the tap. Shoots coming through. That's a pre-fire, and NV2K not going to be getting the headshot with the Blade Storm, and that's the last round for that half. Coming in to the second half with a scoreline of 7-5. Kind of close here, Rock.
Yeah, pretty close, and I wouldn't be surprised if DUPG start pulling away with the round lead a little bit, dulling NV2K's impact, because what are you really going to do? There's no real way for him to make that much of an impact on attack, because on defense, it's really simple for him to rotate quickly and have a lot of have a lot of impact, especially with the help of his two sentinels delaying for him. But on attack, it's going to be a little bit harder for him, but I'm still excited to see what he has in his bag of tricks to help Dieversity, win.
Pistol round now. Once again, NV2K currently on the attack with the team of Dieversity Esports, 21-6-2. Starts baiting the wall and the thorns as well. Huge, but AK Demon might be facing the music here. It does get a sight available.
Cage trigger.
So, might be a full commitment towards a sight here with 1 minute remaining. Only have one rotate left for this team, but no choice to execute. But the time is currently running, and the time is now. NV2K goes for the smoke dash, finds a star, AK Demon, Rollins finding the Jet, Flame and Max getting the respective kills as well, as the last person standing would be the spike carrier in the form of Rio, as the rest of Dieversity Esports squad
30 seconds left.
dropping like flies. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Where will Rio go in here in terms of pathing? Oh, that's a big mistake as Mad Love.
Watching it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what's tough about the team comp that they chose. It's might have been a bit of a mistake to gamble on such a defense-heavy team comp, because now the only way they can really get opening kills is like what AK Demon did, going on a lurk and hopefully catching somebody unawares, trying to rotate through mid quickly. There's no real way to force it here. They really do have to play tactically and strategically in order to win a round. So it's going to be real tough for him. But NV, never mind.
Huge one on that double kill on towards that outlaw straight away.
Remaining.
Oh,
Spike
Dieversity
down,
Esports just dropping HP after HP after HP, and it's now the hunt for Panda.
Man, Rio really wanted that ult. Also, he was grabbing that wall fully blind. I'm sure we'll see it on the replay, but yeah, he was just committed to grab that. Oh my goodness!
Huge. Now it's all tied up, just as it was, and you can't really blame Dieversity Esports here for really trying. They are running two Sentinels on attack, and the half that they could have run with it was not being capitalized because there's so much rounds and so much HP bars were just given to DUPG on that previous half, but they love the A-Star finding one. Bad Love finding another kill as well. Panda on the double kill though, making it equal. Care of the flank for that upside. But still, it's just being a full commit towards B side here. 1 minute remaining. Only have one rotate available for this team of DUPG. Well, sorry, Dieversity Esports. It's an interesting pathing on what Rio wants to like do here.
It's gonna late look mid, but D1 Rollins is aware of it. He's sitting there. Oh no. Maybe calling for the A rotate.
40 seconds. If that's a rotate, that's supposed to be called now. But
This is a big look.
30 seconds left.
Oh, they're trying to bait the rotate, but it's going to be a huge execute for the other side, though, heading towards B. But it's a 2v2 site here. It's going to be a stack, an A-star, and Flame, finding Panda and AK Demon. And it's a familiar sight as Rollins finds Rio. Just going to be staring in towards the spike being dropped here. It's an interesting spot that he's just calling a rotate here. But they managed to bait out the wall. But at the same time, the timing was just off because as soon as the vice wall just went up, it was just a full W key. Straight away without giving it some like leeway time for the defender side to rotate. It was interesting. I saw the vision, but
it was a nice idea, but I just don't think they had the time to commit on it. If they had waited, they would have literally been planting with seconds on the dime. They would have had no time left, and that's if they take site that quickly. And a little bit of a tech pause coming in through here. I believe one of our players is disconnected, but should be all good. I mean, you have to wonder what might have been, right? If Max didn't win that one round, Diversity would have been up 8-4. It might have been, momentum would probably be in their favor a little bit more. But now it's kind of, 8-7. The mental's probably pretty much gone at this point. NV2K is the only real player on the team who's doing big thing, doing big impact, while the rest of his team's kind of close to the bottom of the leaderboard. Whereas for DUPG, they're all kind of doing pretty well, and they're not. I think they knew that it was going to be it's a marathon, not a sprint, and they were saving some of their energy for the attack half. And now I think we're seeing Diversity really start to struggle.
AK Demon now has reconnected in the lobby. Just checking if R's are available for both teams. Again, as I mentioned before, we just saw the vision in regards to just baiting the rotates of the defensive side, but unfortunately the vision was just not 2020. And again, it just came down towards timing issues.
Rip and tear.
Looking at the armory at the moment, the defensive side is currently just stacked with rifles and one outlaw as well for their troubles. Meanwhile, Dieversity Esports is rocking. Really broken by, but broken as it is, NV2K still finding Rollins. 4v5, a star finding Panda. Man advantage equal at the moment. Max finds one and finds the double. 4v2 now. It's not going to be down to one tap god and AK Demon to show what they can do with these minuscule weapons. Knife coming through, but AK Demon still finding the headshot onto wards.
Last player standing.
Coming towards the sheriff. Demon finds one on towards Max. That's rifle available. Defuse coming through. Is it going to hit? Nope, it doesn't. Mad Love catching AK Demon. Mid jump as well in danger, making it 9-7.
Yeah, a little bit of a scary round there, but I think the misplay came from actually when they planted the bomb. They planted it inside the little pit there, and that made it so that the flank from AK Demon didn't really work out as he wanted to, because now we can't really see the bomb. He was probably hoping that more of his teammates were still alive, but if you can't see the bomb, there's no real point of him being back in main. So just a little bit, it's stuff like this. It's you get punished for, especially when your team comp is as defensive as this one.
Ooh. NV2K 22-10-2 at the moment, but
Here.
it's starting to look like the MVP needs a really huge supporting cast to be able to elevate this game and get the rounds that they need. And it's gonna start with this huge push of Rollins. Takes down AK Demon, and Max taking down Rio as well. 5v3 straight away. And that's the spike being revealed. And D finding Max. Rollins on the trade. 4v2.
One enemy
What
remaining.
will Tap God do? Nothing, apparently, according to Rollins, who is in their third kill at the moment. It's not going to be down to you. Panda just one away from their cosmic divide. Should they go for that orb, but it is going to be a trap. Nest at war at the moment. Panda wins it with a wallbang headshot, but it's going to be facing a paranoia, and that's going to be Mad Love going in for the punish. As soon as they saw a pixel, they capitalize on it, and another round swinging towards the side
Down B.
of DUPG.
Yeah, and yet another eco coming from the side of Diversity. It's not looking too great, Bucky, for NV2K, but he does have the knives available.
One enemy remaining.
The ults are starting to roll in as well. One Tap God, 1 ult point away. Rio, 3 ult points away. But that's not to say that DUPG don't have ults of their own as well. So it'll be a little bit of a spooky round for this one. Operator, yep. Oh! A-Star's out.
NV2K getting flamed with the buckshot. Again, 3 of B3.
I know exactly where.
Overdrive being activated. Well, Blade Storm, sorry. Being activated. Annihilation. Getting caught by A-Star. Punishing it. It will be Max. 2v2. Both on half HP. Rio and AK Demon. How will this work out? AK Demon just tucked onto the words. One corner waiting for the drop. Here comes one. Finding one as well. 1v1. How will it work out? Peaks coming through, and that's Rio taking out Max. That's a thrifty round coming for Dieversity Esports. Ruining the defensive round win streak of DUPG. For a while there, it's starting to look like Dieversity Esports are going to be losing the 1/2 straight away.
Yeah, that's for sure. And 3 ults used from both sides as well. So it was really an expensive round for DUPG. Maybe expensive enough to shift the momentum over to Dieversity Esports. So, they've got guns here, but A-Star still has that operator. It's been so scary on that so far, but Diversity been doing so well to just use utility to just deny him the angles that he wants.
A-Star has an operator in hand.
Down A.
Does tailwind forward after getting that shot, but another recovery shot onto One Tap God. Straight away as 8 HP. Down to 8 HP with the operator handler. It's really huge one there by A-Star. But oh my days. How will this go for you there? How will this go for their team? A-Star on the triple kill now with this operator.
One enemy remaining.
Almost gonna be an ace, but not quite. Flame finds NV2K. It's now gonna be the hunt for Panda. How will it work? Does find one on towards Flame. It's gonna be down to Mad Love. And it comes through with the Vandal headshot as well. Gonna be 11-8.
Really well played there by A-Star. He got, pulled off the angle, but it was all a bit mistimed. Usually you want to use that utility and then peek the angle, but Diversity was just a little bit behind, even though they had the Astra suck, getting the player's main off the angle. But, it's just little things like this when, you're playing a comp that requires such perfection. It really is tough to to win some of these rounds. And I think we're starting to see it, yeah.
Nowhere to run!
Back to the speed vault, however, Hunter's Fury gonna be showing its light finds flame. NB2K gonna be going down care of that operator. Shot 3 of the 4.
Spike down A.
2 of the 3 now. Care of that Rio's
Last
kill
player
towards
standing.
Bad Love. 1v3 now. Gonna be down to Rio on how he clutches it up. Below 50 HP with 7 bullets on towards the Bulldog. Oh, the timing.
Rollins.
Gets towards Rollins. How will this work out?
Ultimate's ready.
Not great
And
for
it
it.
won't
If you
at
can't
all.
do something right,
Rollins
don't do it at
finding
all.
Rio in the end on towards the flank.
Match
And
point.
it is now match point here for Team DUPG.
Yeah, we really are seeing the struggles of the Cypher as well. There's AK Demon can't really get a successful lurk off because, you know, we have that Vice. If you just play Vice, you can chuck a wall towards A and then just kind of leave it there. And if you, as long as the wall's there, there's no real way for you to, get onto A without alerting the enemy team. So I think we're seeing AK Demon having a bit of a tough time, and with the tripwire nerfs as well. We can see on the defense half, he wasn't too great either. So those Cypher nerfs have definitely been hitting. And NV2K, whoa, oh,
Which one there? D1 Rollins finding NB2K, finds the other to one tap God as well. Gonna be hindered by the Whaley ultimate as well, but not gonna be a problem as Panda does kill A-Star on the other side, making it an equal man advantage round. Bad Love finding Panda. Rollins is down. 2v2. Plant coming in.
Spike planted.
And now, gotta be down to how these two players of each team will be playing. Both are currently sticking together. One heading towards library. One heading towards mid. On-site boxes. Coming in for the push.
Last player
Flash
standing.
coming in through. Bad Love
enemy
finds
remaining.
one. Rio finds the other. 1v1 now. Sova versus Omen. Will it work? Recon. Inside the smoke.
whoa.
Shots coming in blindly. Above half HP. And that is going to be Flame. Triggering the Odin. And that is going to
Defenders
be
win.
DUPG. Taking it for this qualifier. You can take away the teammate, but you cannot take away the teamwork. Huge congratulations for DUPG.
Yeah, and their DUPG have now officially just qualified for the Breakout Cup with the big 150,000 rupee prize. So it is the top 2 teams, and now DUPG will be sitting there as one of the grand finalists, I believe. So it'll be really scary for. It's a really tragic moment as well for Dieversity. As they were tearing it up in the beginning few rounds. They were winning. I'll just list out. They were winning 13-2. 13-7, 13-1, 13-4. They really were on a tear. But I think, it shows how kind of shallow their map pool is, because on all those maps, they played Bind, Haven, and Split for all of them. They didn't have a Corrode in there. They didn't have their Haven in there. And DUPG were really smart and on banning those out. And bit of an advantage for DUPG as well, because they had 2 FFs, which meant that they didn't have any maps that they could show, reveal any secrets for. So but it's not saying it's the only reason that they succeeded, but it's the little things that add up to success, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely just DUPG after I wouldn't say an underperformance in map 1. They still just managed to just reel it back for their squad as well, which is really huge. As you said before, and I was mentioned before, it is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And round for round, DUPG was just able to just reel it back in and did just put aside the care that they have against Dieversity Esports, right? And for a lot of these rounds for map 2 and map 3 in general, it seems that as soon as the side switches, they just have an answer for everything, almost choking out Diversity Esports round for round. I believe at one point in a map 2 on Corrode as well, they just went for a really huge win streak until they get 13 rounds total. But it is going to be GG's in the end. Diversity Esports will take second place. I believe they qualified as well, but a really huge they will be the top 2 in seed instead. But rocking that number 1 seed in this qualifier would be DUPG. Again, it's really kudos to both of these both of these teams as well. We know how much work gets into this particular tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, while we wait for stats at the moment, we've exhausted all our options at the as well. But
Man, I'm exhausted physically, man. I can't believe how you're feeling.
well, 4:45 in the morning for me. But nonetheless, team stats are about to be showing on our screens at the moment. First kills and first plants coming in through as well, almost equal on towards first kills as well. Almost equal onto the post plants as well. But Diversity Esports had a lot of clutches. Unfortunately, DUPG had the better teamwork.
DUPG also had the most memorable clutch as well, with Max getting the ace and then getting the clutch as well. 1v3 on 5 HP. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, how can we forget about that, right? But we're going to be heading in towards the team stats now. Again, it's another recurrence of the MVP not winning the round, most likely. But again, NV2K with the 300 average combat score with a scoreline of 24, 15, and 3, going to be the one
I think the teams have been
MVP most likely. But A-Star with 8 first bloods, though.
That's crazy. That's crazy. 8 first bloods, and how I believe it's that DUPG only had like 11 or something like that. I can't remember the exact team summary thing, but the DUPG, I think it was like DUPG had 11 first bloods, and Diversity had 10. Yeah, here we go. First, yeah, and hearing the A-Star is responsible for 8 of those, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
he had a bit of a slower half, but he really did ramp it up on the attacking round, and they only ended up dropping 1 round on attack as well. So big props to DUPG for taking this one out.
Yeah, it's like almost 75% of those first bloods were from A-Star, which is really huge. I gotta give a good shout out to Bad Love as well, in an interesting pick with Breach as the initiator. They managed to still get 10 assists with that one, whether it be Flash, whether it be Aftershocks, or whether it just be the fault line in general. It was really huge. Like 10 assists, it's not
that's big. That's not nothing.
That's huge. That's not
10 kills that you have, like, you know, either flashed, damaged, stunned. You know what I mean? It's a Breach. It's not like he's chucking it's not like it's Omen chucking a smoke down and they randomly get an assist, you know?
But yeah, MVP going towards NV2K. Really, I did not even notice the difference between jerseys at the moment. It feels like all of the MVP screens had like the same amount, the same jerseys as well. It shows that was going to be there were going to be a matchup between the teammates. But enough of this game. We know that DUPG currently is the ones going through. Sorry, I thought it was going to be like both of them coming through as well. But DUPG qualifying straight away. But tomorrow is going to be an interesting matchup as well. We do have Core Esports versus GG Easy.
Mm.
And definitely going to be a banger of a matchup as well. I believe you're the one going to be the returning caster for that particular series.
Yep, I'll be joined by Sekio, which will be fantastic. Heard good things about him. So please make sure to watch tomorrow's match. We've got banger of two teams. We got, Clutch Core literally won another 13-1s. There's been two 13-1s in this tournament, and Dieversity is responsible for one of them. Clutch Core Esports responsible for the other, and they'll be playing against GG Easy, they've had the only 13-0 on this entire tournament. But that being said, the map pool is limited, so maybe a spot of weakness for them. We saw what happened to Dieversity. They had the limited map pool, and they ended up losing on the best of 3. And same with could be the same with GG Easy.
Could be the same as well, but only time will tell. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to see you all tomorrow. At the end of the day, the teammate that jumped ship lost with their team and got knocked out in the bracket. Massive congratulations once again to DUPG. Well done as well for Dieversity Esports. Close but not cigar. No cigar. And that is going to be the end of the stream for today. From everyone in the production team, massive shout outs to your end as well. For everyone who has been watching from start to finish, thank you as well. And a massive thank you to my co-caster on the desk at the moment, my Rock Mind Law. Thank you for being able to just push through this one heck of a series. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. My name's Dixie K. We'll signing you off. We'll see you again tomorrow for another banger at the Ascend Breakpoint Series Qualifier number 2.
Bye-bye.
Slow down! Mare, take them! Go, go!
Spike planted.
Enemy down.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
I am the hunter!
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Gun here. Call. Shadows traveling.
Gotta go! Shock it! Shortcut! Face your fear!
Spike down A.
Slow down! Mare, take them! Go, go!
Cover going out. No.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
Recon.
One enemy remaining.
Now 4. My ult is ready.
I need a concealment! Useless individual!
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Cover going out. No.
Rush out!
One enemy remaining. Spot. Be right back. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Okay, then
Bring them down. We'll catch them. Shock it!
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.